Aviation Adventures. Now we're doing it a little bit different today because I have a co-pilot, as you can see.
We're obviously not in the air tractor.
No, we're in a Citabria, and we're actually going out and checking some sunflowers that I sprayed earlier a couple weeks ago. I desiccated, and just going out, checking them out, make sure they're all dead, and that hopefully nothing else is dead around the field. But we thought this would be a good time to talk to you guys about the need for ag pilots. Callie deals with a lot of different pilots that come in and help us. And so she kind of has a good idea as to what is out there and what she's seen come through. And then I've met a lot of people, talked to a lot of people. And Callie, what do you think, just in general, do you think that there's a need for us?
Yeah, I would say there's a demand for ag pilots, but a certain type. We've seen a lot, just worked with a lot in the past that maybe aren't the right, maybe it's not the right position for them. So what we like to see is someone who wants to work hard, someone who doesn't want to just complain about not having any work and then not want to work once there is work. People with really good attitudes and just excited to be doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I think Callie kind of nailed that one. There's definitely a need for ag pilots. This year especially, I saw more people asking for pilots, asking for help because they literally didn't have anyone to put in an airplane. And their airplanes were just sitting on the ground not being utilized because they could not find pilots for them. And that's kind of a thing every year, but this year especially, it was a busy year. It was a busy year on the corn down in the Illinois, Indiana, those states. And that's where I saw the most with people looking for pilots. The problem is that it's hard to find pilots that want to work, that want to sit in the airplane sun up to sundown and get the work done.
And also do a good job. Like, yeah, you could have a go-getter that wants to go and get 10,000 acres a day, but if they're kind of doing a crappy job, then that's not beneficial. So someone with a positive attitude and that wants to do an actual good job of applicating.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And this is kind of why I say, or I recommend that if you're looking to get into this field, that you go and load for a year, because it's not always rainbows and butterflies and unicorns.
And I feel like we could do a better job of showing the downfalls to this, because honestly, when it's busy, we're not posting about it, we're not filming, we're not doing that sort of thing. It's like when it's relaxed and we're happy and in a good mood, that's when we're talking about it. But
exactly. And so I recommend that you guys, if you're looking to get into it, to go and work a season on the ground and make sure that this is for you. It may not be, and that's not a big deal, but it's very long hours and it's hard work. It's very tiring at the end of the day, and then you may find yourself doing it for 2 or 3 straight weeks, sun up to sundown like that, and it's not for everyone.
And the schedule too, like we've had ground guys who want to be ag pilots, but then they work on the ground and realize that the schedule is just ridiculous. Working weekends, holidays, not really even having a consistent schedule. So when you work on the ground, you get a good idea of what the schedule is like. And I mean, it's even more when you're the pilot, it's even more so than being on the ground. You're there earlier and later.
Yeah, so what I'm going to say here is that there's definitely a need for ag pilots, but that need is for extremely hardworking, dedicated individuals that are ready to put in the time to do the job. If you think that, that would be fun for like a week, or that'd be fun from 9 to 5, or I want every weekend off and I want to go to the lake, then it's definitely not the job for you. But if you put the work in, spend a year on the ground loading, make sure it's what you want to do, and you can do that, you can put the time in and the work, perfect. We need you. We need really good, hard-working ag pilots.
And just fun people to be around too, with a good attitude on life and just positive mentality, I feel like is a big, big thing.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of people that we come across that they don't enjoy this at all.
They just don't, they're not happy to be awake in the morning, I feel like, and it's nice to work with people that are excited about life.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to definitely have a good attitude when you do this every day, all day. It's hard if you dread it and you don't want to be doing it. You have a bad attitude about it.
Yeah. The other thing, too, that I would mention is, you do a lot of work, and you do a lot of good work, but a good ag pilot has to be able to do that work to get to the good work, not just want to do the good work. So that's another little tidbit. Do you know where we are, or we lost? You're looking around like you're not sure.
Well, yeah, I kind of veered off course. I didn't actually have a course. I was just flying a certain direction to try to get to this field, but I think it's like 20 miles in front of us somewhere.
We'll make it.
We'll get there. We're not going very fast, so if we get lost, we're not very far away. But hey, we're going to wrap this up, guys. If you have any questions, as always, just leave them down below, and we'll get back to you. We do appreciate you watching. Usually I would say fly low and fly fast, but right now...
This is a good... With your co-pilot, this is a good height and speed.
Yeah, Callie's digging this. We're buzzing along at about 100 right now.
Yeah, stay tuned for more great videos coming your way, guys. Thanks again for watching. I'm Callie.
And I'm Tyson with Agaviation Adventures.